Justice for Imole, justice for Mohbad. No autopsy, no burial. No DNA, no burial. No justice, no peace. No toxicology, no burial. My people, hey, hey. Make una come out, carry una chair, make una come here. Another shocking update. Oh. No peace for anybody wey in hand dey for inside this Mohbad case. Na justice na we dey seek for, and na justice wey we go get. Make we gather hear this very shocking. This is so deep, so very deep. You are about to hear what you have not heard before. Let's go there, guys.
Language they are born with itself has its own intricacy when you talk. Yoruba only ede oro. That is Yoruba. I don't know Igbo. So, but it's always good when you hear things about people. Okay, let us hear from the person. But if, just as you said, if you have a stronger evidence, then you take it to that person and say, bam, look, I heard this, you said this, but this is what I get. What do you say about it? That itself puts you in a very superior mood where those who have said things about it, you have heard about it from that person. You now came with a superior argument. That makes you more superior. But when people sit down and say, oh, he's emotional about it, then I ask a question. People that raise money for Prime Boy, raise money for Prime Boy security, what are they? Are they emotional, rational, or inhuman? They should answer me that question.
The problem with the interview is this. When Dem Westo did it back then, we were on this Paparano platform where we were all saying, why would they bring Prime Boy? Why would they want to hear from Prime Boy on the platform? Why would they? And I know you and me and Paparano, we've called Prime Boy liar in the past. Lenchi has done the same thing. But my problem is when everyone speaks to Prime Boy, all of a sudden he's not a liar anymore. Everyone embrace Prime Boy. Should it be that way? So, which means if we bring Wumi or Spending to platform and he speaks to us, this is how we're going to be. This is how we're going to see them as well. Why are we doing all of these things? Why are we bringing them to platform to hear from them? That's my issue.
That is your issue with the interview. Number one, do you want me to respond to you?
Yeah, please.
Number one of the things that platform does is for everybody to have a say, just the same thing you will do in court. Now, if you go to court, the court just don't listen to the applicant or the person that complained. The court also listens to the defendant. Now, either of them that has superior evidences to support their position that is overwhelming wins the case. But the court does not say the person that sues should just come and say, I give you judgment, because you give them position to talk. Now, public opinion most of the time always listen one way. But there are some people, and it is an avenue for other people, not the platform. The platform only created the opportunity for someone to talk and ask questions, and the person speaks from that person's view. Whatever opinion others make for it, it is not on the platform. It is on those people, because what the platform has done is to create opportunity for them to hear what they've heard and for someone else to say what they know. So just as you were saying, I would say it is your opinion. It is the opinion to come to say, oh, why did you bring this person? But even the people that will persecute them, we call them and say, what is your own part? This is what we hear. They didn't say, because you've been tagged suspect, you cannot talk again, then you are guilty of it. Just as the Constitution says, nobody is guilty until proven in the competent court of jurisdiction. If it is proven, then you are guilty, overwhelming evidence. If it is not proven, then it is not substantiable, then you throw it out of it. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't blame the platform for giving you the opportunity to hear and to make an informed opinion. You blame yourself for not being able to make informed opinion, or you making an opinion that you feel someone else did not make. I will not impress my own opinion on someone else. I will simply say, this is my opinion, and I am entitled to it. You understand what I'm saying? So your opinion, you can hear it, and you come with evidences for how you are entitled to it. It is okay. It is just like yesterday, C.K. Lomo came and said, oh, I heard what Prime Boy has said, but my own belief is this. Then I said, good, you heard the guy, but that is your belief. Another person came and was twisting what the guy said, twisting it, what you heard, and you were twisting it. So for me, it's, you heard the guy. He's a principal in a case. He's an actor in a case. Now, an actor in a case, you are not an actor. You are a spectator. So you are watching for where you've seen. An actor have come to tell you for where he or she have seen. It is left for you to make decision. If some people now have sympathy or seems to tilt to believe that person or to balance their opinion about it, you don't say it is wrong. It is their opinion. Your opinion, is it wrong? No, it's not wrong because it is your opinion. So when you judge people, you always put yourself in a position where you know it is your opinion. As this case remains, none of us was at the venue. Not even the police. None of us was at the venue. Not even the police. Not even the parents. So at the end of the day, even the police that brought people in to interrogate them, we based their decision on what they were told. At the end of the day, police is not the final, people or the final person that will give the judgment. It is the court that will finally say, police, this is what you get, you say your own. But everybody is free. But you will not say someone that created a platform. I will continue to say, which I told the guy yesterday, you are a suspect. And I continue to say it, you are a suspect until you are off the suspect list. So as at now, you are a suspect. But if your name is off the suspect list, what do you have for future? That did not say, I said, you are a suspect, but we know you are not guilty. No, I didn't say so. If you are no more it. And I told the guy, your neck is on the chopping board. It is left for you to clear yourself. He said he's praying. You believe in prayer. But in the court, it's all about evidence. It's all about evidences. And for me, that is why I have my personal opinion about the whole case, really. I have my personal, and I'll continue to say there is conspiracy of silence. People are suppressing the real information. But that is my opinion.
All right.
Yeah, everybody talk. It's okay. Everybody makes their opinion.
Can I ask this here? After listening to him yesterday, because I know we've all said he's lying. After listening to him yesterday,
how many of you said he's lying?
Everyone on the majority of us on this platform,
No.
I think that he was lying from when he went. Okay. If you say you did not, all right. So
relax.
From everything,
relax.
Hold on, let me just ask my question.
Relax. Let me finish. Let me finish. And this is how I want you to rephrase your question. You won't say we all said. You could say many said, some people said. Not all, because you're not speaking for all.
All right, I hear you. So, okay, I know I have said this line, and I believe Paparano's.
Good. So you speak from your own perspective.
All right, cool. That's cool.
That's fine. But you also agree that he's telling liar.
Let him answer now. I spoke to you.
He agreed that in the past that he was talking. If he says no, then that's fine. I'm not going to hold him against that. That's fine. That's cool. If he says he's never said it, so that's fine. After listening to him yesterday, I read everything he said.
Again, the sniper. You see, I understand English very well, and I speak it. I didn't tell you, I said he was lying. No, I said he wasn't lying. So when you are talking, talk from your perspective. Don't speak for me. You can speak for other people that you know their opinion. But not for me or not for others. You just said now that if I said
in the past that when you bashed
you just said now, so you should quote me right. That is what I'm telling you.
I've heard it in the past that you bashed Pastor for granting interview.
I have bashed everybody bashable.
Exactly, and I have
bashed everybody bashable.
But you've done exactly the same thing Westo did.
That's what did I do? What's your point? Please tell me.
in the past, you have castigated Westo for bringing Prime Boy to platform to talk.
I never
Now,
castigated Westo.
oh,
This
God.
was what I said in the past. Listen, and go and give me that evidence. This is what I said. I said, or what people are saying is wrong. It's just their truth. But it is for you to also begin to decide, okay, these people are saying, how many things have they changed when they are talking? You've asked them the same question in different way, but they are saying 3 different things. It is not for you to them
Are we
that
sure?
judgment.
My last question,
Who said something?
Juices,
my last question.
juices, I
Let me
beg.
finish.
Let's
Hold
slap
up,
her.
please, let
I
me
spoke
finish.
to you extensively earlier today, Juices.
My last question.
The snapper. Yeah.
All right. So I believe, I know for a fact that you're looking for justice. I know that for a fact. If Wunmi and Spendi were to extend the same thing to you, that they want to come to your platform to talk to you, just like what Prime Boy did yesterday, would you give them that hand? Like, okay, you guys come and talk.
Well, I'll give them platform to talk. Really.
Okay. All right.
Because they are suspect. Because number one, Spending, I've been going about saying plenty things. And each time Spending says something, he add and subtract. It's left for people to decide. If he now comes again and say he wants to talk, and he talks again, he adds and subtracts. You continue to make your decision. Now, Wunmi has also been talking through her own way, through recorded, through outbursts. She has been talking. So if Wunmi comes to me and says, Aristocrat, I want to talk on your plan, I'll say, come and talk. Everybody come and hear Wunmi. And I'm going to ask her a question. Now, it's not left for everybody as well to sit and say, oh, great Wunmi is here. Wunmi, talk your own. I asked the question, and people sent questions they want to find out from her. And she answered the question. It is also left for people to begin to say, you said this in the beginning, you said this in the afternoon, you said it in the evening. Now you are here, you are saying this again. Is everything collaborating, yes or no? Now, it is not left for you also to come after it and say, oh, this is what I think. That is an opportunity for you to make informed decision. It is not an opportunity for you to criticize the platform, because the platform only creates an opportunity for them to talk. Go and see all criminals in the world, even the ones that are jailed. You still hear them talking on TVs. The TV is not saying they're guilty or not guilty. The TV is saying, come and say your truth. Let people that are discerning read in between your line and begin to even add facts to why they feel you are guilty. Let people that say you are not guilty read between the line and say the reason why they say you are not guilty. At the end of the day, you give everybody that opportunity. But you as a platform, your opinion is balanced, and when you make your final decision, you know you are making it on the best assumption or the best possible way you can make your decision. It is not about attacking the platform. It is to even thank the platform for giving you the opportunity to hear and for you to make decision. Now I have better conviction that what I said, 70% was correct. Or what I said, 70% was wrong, or is 50%. But the rest of the 50%, what does it mean? We just have to reason. Now, to Juicy speaking, if you listen to all this, and I'm going to ask you, the sniper, all the suspects that have been talking, if you look at it, who among them, if you want to rate them in terms of consistency, in times of speaking the truth, I believe they will never say 100% the truth. But who among them you can say, okay, I will give you 70%, you are saying some truth? Or who will you say, oh, he's not even saying any truth. The truth is 30%. You can't even reach my thought. Who will you say? Of all the suspects.
Okay, to be honest, I haven't really heard Prime Boy because I don't, like I said, I don't like when he goes to platforms, so I don't listen to him. But I've heard from
Have you listened to him on his own platform?
No, I don't. Because
but
like,
you've heard
I heard you speak yesterday. I heard you speak yesterday.
No. Have you heard Spendi?
Yeah, I heard when Spendi went to the inquest, and I know it was just chai nonsense.
Okay, it was at the inquest that you heard him.
Yeah, I don't go to platform to listen to those guys. I don't, because I believe they are trying to gain public sympathy, and they're just going to tell us whatever it is we want to hear. And I don't do my things that way. Do you understand? Because if they go to court here and they ask them questions and they're not saying what I've heard in the past, then I start judging them. Do you understand? So
what you've heard in the past that they said, Abi?
Like, you know, there are people are always talking, just like I heard when you were telling Paparano what was said yesterday by Prime Boy. So that's how I heard stuff bit by bit. You get what I mean? Do you understand? Not like I've sat down to hear everything they've said, apart from spending that went to the inquest. Do you
So
understand?
make your judgment for me.
So from what I know, a Prime Boy is desperate. He's desperate to clear his name, and I believe he's going to do whatever. If he's to lie, he will lie to get away from this thing. He wants to clear his name. That's how I see it. That's my own opinion. That's how I see it. But one question I want to ask you now is this: I know you've heard everything from.
I asked you a question. You've not answered my question.
I've answered your question now. I just
you didn't answer it.
I told
I said
you
out of all the three.
None of them. None of them.
I just asked you to grade it.
None of them. None of them.
None of them is saying the truth. Go ahead.
None of them is saying, yeah, none of them. My opinion, none of them. Is that okay? Can I ask my question now?
It's your opinion anyways.
Okay, yeah.
It's not mine.
Yeah, so can I ask my question now? So despite everything you've heard from Prime Boy yesterday and how you said he was a sweet boy and all of those things. So if he goes to the inquest and he says otherwise, how would you feel?
Number one, I asked him 10 questions. No, I asked him 12 questions yesterday. I asked him one question 3 times. I asked him one question 2 times. Now, but when it comes to the question that, my question went into 3 segments. When it comes to question that gives account of what happened, that was the first question I asked him. And he gave account of what happened. And what many people have been saying, we want to know the real discussion that caused the row between Mohbad and Wunmi in the car. He went straight to it first. And he said they were talking about a girl they mentioned. And it was heated till from Ebute. But he spoke to Mohbad and said, let's do the concert first. After that, we will settle this thing. But from one leads to another. And I think that aligns with what many people are saying as well, that it was a girl's matter and all that and all that. But he was able to pick out key people that were also in that vehicle. He said Spending was in the vehicle. He's a very key person, which means Spending, we have a full account. Now, one thing he was able to say as well, according to his own account, that Mohbad never broke any glass. Because when Mohbad turned around and came to him and said he should come there, I was even telling him, okay, Mabinu. And Mohbad said, just come down because you are not allowing me to do what I want to do. Okay, he said he came down and the security guys came and said, well, you guys don't fight, separated the fight and held Mohbad. And he walked down to go and meet Cubana. Now, that was about the case. That was about the case. Now, his own account, just from when I just opposed it with the account of Wunmi, where Wunmi said she went to call for help. He didn't say Wunmi went to call for help. He was talking about Mohbad, which means, from what he said, Wunmi is more in the vehicle. Spending is still there. Now, he said he walked to go and meet Obi Kubana, where Obi Kubana held him and said 2 security should be there because he doesn't know what happened. If you have done something wrong, stay there. I'll go and find what happened. After 10 minutes, he looked out. The guy did not come back. We find out that they've left. Now, he did not account in any way that he was assaulted, neither did the disease got injured. That is his own fact. Now, do I believe him? You give it to police to find out. Now, if I need to just oppose it to what police brought, police said the guy used, other people that accounted that he used his hand when he was eating his friend, he broke the glass. If he broke the glass with his fist, his hand never shows injury on his fist, but injury on his forearm. Then, how come it was his forearm that was injured, not his fist? Because if he really got injured, if you get to his forearm, which means all his hand will have been injured as well. That is another fact for anybody to verify. Now, then the second part was for me wanting to know how they met, how they were friends, how their childhood was, how close they were to each other. And that was the humane part of it. That was not the case part of it. That is no more about the case. That is no more about what transpired. We've moved for what transpired. Now we have moved to human angle. Anyone that is into communication will understand that. You move away from the case, which is hard. You've now moved to the human angle. Want to know the personality, because I want to know the kind of love he shares with his friend. And he went ahead and said a number of things. And I found out that he tried as much as he can to bring out the good side of his friend, those things they share together. And he tried to mention that, oh, Mohbad is very, very stubborn. He's very, very strong. Even then, I have a book that I always write my song. I call it my song book. And my rule is nobody should open it. But Mohbad is the only one that likes to open it. Just because he just wants them, as friends, to tussle. And he said it. And he also went ahead and spoke about how Mohbad is the only friend his parents allowed to sleep over in his place. And I asked him, is Mohbad only your only friend? He said, no, there are other friends, but they come and go. My parents don't allow them, but Mohbad is allowed. And he said, even my dad and Mohbad's friend became friends on the account of them being friends. That is not about the case. And if I'm talking about Pariano's platform, I think people should be more logical and think very well. I've asked questions about the case. It is left for people, because that was the first question. It is left for people that want to hear about the case to read in between the line of whatever he says, of his own account of the case. And he said something. I surprised that I was not even at home where things happen. I'm the one that they said I have hand in what happened. And he's also said something. He said on the norms, he doesn't call Mohbad Promise. He has his own name from him since they were in school. And he calls him Idon most of the time. I said, oh, Idon of Africa. He laughed. And he called another name. Said that is, and he calls him Idon most of the time. I said, Ogbeni or something. That is what he calls him. He doesn't call him Promise. And that is how he relates to his friend. So, as friends, and people who are friends, your friends, that is the name they call you. So when you pick their call, that is something they say. He went to the human part, talking about when he had a tattoo in SA. He called him right away in the tattoo shop and showed him what it is. I got a new tattoo and all that. He said if he had known, he would tell him to stay where he was. If something is going to happen. That is the humane part of it. And for me, that is what touched me. The humane. I'm not talking about the crime part of it, because I'm more interested in, I'm beginning to see who Mohbad was. And he also said something salient about Mohbad. He said Mohbad was living with him. I said, what was Mohbad's relationship with his siblings and his family? Oh, he said, Mohbad doesn't want to stay at home because he always feels he needs to provide for them. So he wants to stay away. That was one of the reasons he came to be staying with him. So if he goes to work, if he gets any money, he say, just send this one home. He just want to help back at home. It shows who Mohbad was and who he was till he died by being the provider for his family. It's showing who Mohbad is. Now, it is left for anybody to see the disease in the light this his friend wants to see him.